Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by pt13 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay what you want tabletop RPG, where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently, well, it's not that recent, but it's somewhat new. It's a new category, Micro Red. This is a category of tabletop RPGs that are self-contained. They have a setting, they have a condensed version of the Red system, so they are perfect for pick up and play. Definitely check it out. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Now, today, I am continuing my review series featuring Riftbreakers. This is the first edition. As I understand it, there are there is a second edition coming. Although you might want to check that out in Kickstarter just in case. Riftbreakers. This is an MMORPG type of experience. It's pretty much an MMORPG in tabletop format. You have looting, you have instance dungeons. It's pretty much that. So it's very fun. I can't even imagine what improvements are going to be added to the second edition. And now we're going to talk about the setting of Cathor. As a stranger, you begin your journey in the region known as Cathor. This peninsula is part of a larger continent of which little is known by the peoples of Cathor due to the imposing bone spire peaks blocking all travel to the west. The troubles assailing Cathor leave little time to worry about what might lie beyond it, beyond that barrier. Now, when it comes to rifts, for some reason that scholars are still trying to figure out, the aether storms changed in nature, becoming much less violent and frequent. Although regular aether storms still occur occasionally, overcharging the terrain with etheric energy and causing a disruption in the laws of physics and, as a consequence, destroying large swathes of land. Most are now manifested as rifts. The Caithorians, traditionally mostly peaceful farmers, and with very few communities spread across the region, quickly gathered in the safest place they could to find. Because from these rifts come all sorts of nasty things, streams of monsters pouring upon the land. Approximately 50 years ago, a man claiming to have come from within the labyrinth, a place enshrouded in myths and legends, and completely impossible to access despite the many attempts by past generations of Caithorians, calmly walked into the city of Karhalos, heading straight to the tower at the heart of the city, a building that had remained closed since the city was first discovered, thousands of years ago. When he came outside, Fernalion Thren, as that was his name, claimed that he was here to help, and that more like him would come. You, as a player character, are a stranger in this faraway land of mysteries and exotic lore. During the first appearance of the Aether Storms, many Caithorians started noticing the appearance of strange triangular artifacts randomly popping up seemingly out of nowhere. Since they didn't appear to have any purpose or function despite the many attempts at somehow opening and making them react to their environment, they were quickly ignored, having more pressing problems to deal with. They are part of the mysteries, but then they came to be known as essences. These smaller objects seem to awaken the latent powers of each heart, granting a wide variety of abilities to a stranger. Let me clarify this. With the appearances of strangers, the true nature of the prisms came known to be as hearts, and they activate with the essences. Cathor is still a land torn by the terrible monsters brought upon by the rifts, but it's in a much better position than it was just a couple of decades ago, thank you to the brave strangers. That is not to say that there are not other individuals natives to Cathor that still do their best at fighting the many threats. But the strangers are undoubtedly an important part of the enigmas that are occurring. Cathor is still a land torn by all of these problems, and many of these occurrences find Car Halos as their vortex. Nothing is really known about the origin of the city of Car Halos. The earliest records available speak of the place as having always existed, with many cultures and countries claiming to be the city's founders. You have all of the details about the districts, about the people that move through the city, about the factions, and of course about the tower, a structure of great mystery and perhaps sometimes of dread, but now a source of hope, as the strangers seem to have drawn some sort of power from within the tower. You have details on the regions of Cathor, such as the Iron Mist Forest, the Bone Spire Peaks. You have an entire map of the region, of course. You have the Crystal Plains, the Violet Sands, and the Labyrinth. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to talk about the bestiary. This section of the book is quite extensive and robust. You will never run out of ideas when it comes to designing scenarios and campaigns. And because this game can be played as a cooperative or solo experience, you are all set, you are all good to go to start playing right away. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.